We should try and speak to them, I think. Just find out what it is that is particularly, which bit of it is fascist. Do you want to talk? Come and talk, come and talk. Tell me, why am I not welcome here?
I live on this street.
Yeah.
Just tell me why you're here, because I honestly don't understand.
I think that, if you want my view, I think that drag shows are great. That's fine by me. I think consenting adults turning up to drag shows is a fine idea. I think it's not such a good idea to hypersexualise children. I think that's not a good idea. I don't understand why that makes me a fascist or far right or whatever. What
I haven't said any of those things.
No, you haven't. I'm just, those guys are.
But I don't think that a drag show is hypersexualising children. I think that's massive.
You don't think that? That's okay. You're entitled to that view.
I've attended these shows. They're a lot of fun. There's not sexual content. So
what about the guy hoiking up his mini skirt? And you don't think that's a bit?
I haven't witnessed that at this particular drag show.
Ah, right.
So I think that characterisation is wrong of what they do. And I think that sort of tarnishes the whole of drag and all the good things.
What would you say the good things for drag?
Entertainment, freedom of expression.
Yeah.
Freedom to express yourself, your gender, who you are.
Yeah.
We need to be tolerant about
Do you
that.
think there's an age where it's appropriate or less appropriate or more appropriate, or do you think any age, anything goes?
Well, there's a lot to unpick, I think, in what you've just said. But
should there be an age of consent? Should we have an age where we go, look, young kids maybe shouldn't be exposed to men hoiking up mini skirts and doing the splits and twerking in front of children? Do we think that's appropriate?
None of the behaviours that you just described have I witnessed in that particular...
I can show you them, don't I, if you want. Do you think this is appropriate for kids?
This is a privately owned pub.
Yeah, but I'm asking a question which...
No one is forcing the parents to take them there.
Do you think that's appropriate for kids?
Do
you think that's appropriate for kids? I do believe in it.
Then why are you protesting against even private citizens paying their own money to go to a privately owned property?
It's basically a guy hoiking up his thing, shaking his bum in a kid's face and doing the splits. Do we think that's cool? Especially when you've got like sensitivity readers and all that sort of stuff and words being removed from books.
I think the words being removed from books is a separate issue. We're going to lump it all together. I think some people might think that that's inappropriate. Like I say, it's not being taught in schools. Okay, this is not a public institution.
That's a good point, and I take your point. Well, it is being taught in schools actually. RSC is being taught in schools. They teach in RSC. The Policy Exchange put 300 freedom of information requests out to schools, and in Parliament yesterday, Miriam Cates talking about it. Kids are being taught how to choke each other, masturbate, all of that stuff at a very young age, part of the RSC curriculum. Do you approve of that?
You just said kids are being taught how to masturbate.
How to masturbate, how to choke each other at really young ages. Do you think that's appropriate?
I would have to see the evidence.
Well, there is evidence. Do you have kids of your own?
I do.
Okay, write to your school and ask for their RSC lesson plan. And you might just find yourself on this side of the argument.
Okay, that remains to be seen.
Well, you never know.
I think from what you've said, you're kind of lumping together a lot of different issues.
I'm not trying to.
Whereas, I'm here to find out what's happening here. This was one event. I don't think the content you showed me is being taught to children.
No, not that video of RSC, relationship sex education, what they teach kids at a very young age in school. It's entirely inappropriate. I mean, unless you want your kids learning that stuff, I don't.
Well, I'd have to.
Yeah, it's good. But if you watch our documentary, you can see it. But anyway, it's nice to have a civil conversation. I'm Laurence. What's your name? Look at what the cat dragged in! A doorbell!
How are you doing?
Dogs, explain to me why it is fascist that you don't like adults' asses twerked in children's faces.
Well, it isn't. And I live locally. My kids go to 2 schools around here, and I tell you, they're confused as hell about all this trans stuff. My boy is 13, and he's making feel transphobic and hateful, just like saying, well, is this the right thing to do? It's confusing children. This pub used to be a great working class pub called the Crystal Palace Tavern. Right, lads went here after work in their high-vis vests. Now It's been taken over by beards and wokes, and they're completely contaminating people's minds. Like, young children deserve to grow up and make their own minds up without feeling pressurised and scared, because they are scared, Laurence. I don't get what's progressive about detox in newborns' faces. I mean, to me, like, for example, would they support lap dancers in that pub? Would they support paid tree girls? If they do, then I'd probably go there. But I'll tell you what, it's getting out of control. And why is this turned into a debate about refugees and fascism? It's like, stop putting horses in children's faces.
Simple.
Don't think because you're here, you save the day. There is more people in their houses, working, who don't agree. Socialist worker. It's impossible. They never work. And I am not being insincere. But don't force everybody else. Is that too much to
It's an
ask?
awful lot of sense.
Then you have the audacity to judge and say no racism,
What's your name?
no hate.
What are your thoughts on
I'm
this?
standing next to Jewish
disgusting.
people.
Disgusting.
I'm standing next to Christian people.
Here she is. Kim, how are you?
I'm all right. You all right?
I'm all right. Cold, but I'm all right.
Freezing. Warm up for the speak of the drum.
Why are you here?
You are?
Why are you here?
I'm here to fight against this.
Yeah. What is it? What is this?
Grooming.
Grooming.
Mass grooming. The stuff they shouting is just ludicrous.
Yeah.
They call it racism. It's
Have they pulled out the racism card yet?
Yeah, they've
Oh, right.
racism, fascism, Nazi scum.
What are we going to do about it? Is the world gone mad?
It has gone mad, yeah.
You're the best. Real vicar, you're not a real vicar. You're not a real vicar. You're not a real.
Answer this question. How is a gay Jew a Nazi?
You are a Nazi. He's a Nazi.
He's not even a real vicar.
You're not a real vicar, and I'm not a real actor. We got cancelled. Never mind. You look really upset about
He's
it.
a real vicar.
You look very perturbed, Cal. Are you antagonised?
No, not at all.
I know. I'm terrified.
We don't want to engage though, do they? There's no engagement.
No, we should try and get them to engage.
Remember, it's for the mums to get out of the house because they hate their kids. That's how they've done it. That's how the argument's been presented. Let's get them out of the house and let's give mum something to do in the afternoon.
Hello, guys. How are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely day. Hands up who thinks it's good to twerk in front of young children. Put up your hands, those who like twerking in front of young children. Hands up. You're doing beautifully, and I love you all, my fellow human beings. You're wonderful people. And you keep supporting the twerking of men in front of children, and we'll keep opposing it. Love you loads. Bye.
You say you're here for inclusivity, yet you say we're not welcome. You say I'm not a real vicar, that's not a real woman. You say you're here to fight against racism, you shout down black people who are trying to talk. You say you're anti-fascists, yet you don't want to hear us. There's no engagement, there's no compassion, there's no kindness. We are here because we love you. You are here because you hate us.
Children are important. That children should not be exposed to sexualized activity. Whilst they're minors, never.
So we are a child protection organisation and we are fighting the sexualisation of our children. It is not for children. In Wales, we have a drag artist who parades himself around with a massive erection in front of 4-year-olds. That same drag queen has just raised £7,000 for the funeral of a convicted paedophile. You are engaging in sexual acts. We're dealing with predators hidden amongst your pride. And you think that's something you're proud of? This is
to speak to you?
I'm not sensing it. Are you particularly? No, I don't think they want to speak to us. But you know, that's their prerogative, and they have every right not to as well. It should be a happy environment. I've noticed that there's more smiles on this side than there seem to be on the other.
Do you think there is some serious engagement happening between the two sides here?
Well, I had a good chat with a girl who was willing to talk to me, and we had a good chat. You know, if we don't other the other person and think that they're sort of evil in some way, then that's good. You know, I'm happy to talk to anyone. You know what I'm like.
Absolutely insane, aren't they?
What do you make of it all? What is it?
They just want to shut us down. They don't want any dissent of opinion. They don't want to see that they are wrong. And if they hear us, they'll know that they're wrong. They don't want to confront the truth.
Right.
And
So
they shout, you are fascists. It's like, okay, well, let's engage. Why do you think we're fascists? You are fascists.
yeah,
There's no common ground to be found.
it's hard, isn't it? But I noticed there was a lot more smiling on our side of the fence, and I mean, I sort of feel for them because it's not argument based. I don't even think it's emotion based. It's just sort of, like you say, it's got a slight sense of possession about it, doesn't it?
When they say there are more of us than you, there are more of us than you, it's like, yeah, exactly. You are in the majority here.
Yeah,
So
I don't think they're in the majority in life.
No.
I mean, on the way down here until we were walking, this guy stopped me and said, I don't want to be on camera, but thank you so much for what you do.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so nice. But
it's about kids, for goodness sake, man.
I know, why would they make that a far right issue?